Happy birthday, Cancers, and welcome back to Cappy Cove. This is going to be your general reading for July of 2019. It's for those who have Cancer in their sun, moon, or their rising. Also, keep in mind it's a general reading, so not all messages are going to apply to everyone. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I'm going to start off by saying that this month is going to require that you have a lot of patience and endurance with all situations. I feel like there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be going on for y'all Cancers, a lot of responsibility, and I feel like you're going to be taking on a lot of responsibilities or feeling responsible for others. If you notice, I have your animal spirit, which is the armadillo, and it's all about setting healthy boundaries. I feel like there's going to be times where you need to tell people no, or you need to not do certain things for certain people in certain situations, because the thing is, I feel like sometimes you may be helping somebody, which takes away the power for them to help themselves and to learn what they need to learn. So sometimes you might need to say no in a situation where it could help somebody else grow, and also to help yourself, because I feel like a lot of Cancers, by taking on all of this stuff, it kind of puts you to where you are no longer in a very balanced place. Like you're lacking being able to take care of yourself, which I'm seeing that here too, because I'm seeing that a lot of you may have like your diets that you're no longer staying on. I feel like some of y'all might be having with your health issues and you haven't been able to stay on top of it because of how much y'all take on and do for other people. And so there is a really big message here to draw a fine line and to really set boundaries and learn when it's okay to say no and when to say no. Some of you also may be overindulging in bad habits. And also, there is a need here for to be really hydrated and drinking more water. I see that some of you are going to be getting a position, or maybe like in a work position where you are taking on more responsibility at work, or you are now going to be in like a management position or overlooking something. I see like all eyes are on you. Like everybody's watching you. People are looking up to you. And so you have kind of like this overall weight on you to take care of things and get things done. And people are watching you almost like as if you're the teacher, or if you're having to teach someone or teach other people at work, or like a training. But I feel like you might have underestimated how much work it was going to be. But I am seeing here a really strong message to power through it and stay strong and get through it. And I feel like that's just going to apply with anything and everything for the month of July. I do see a lot of stuff going on when it comes to relationships. This could be love relationships, or with friendships, or within families, in the home life. But I do see a lot of different situations with that going on. I see that some of you could be going through, either you're going to be going through or you already have, but there's like with divorce, and there's separation here. There's possibly someone who had cheated. I kind of get the feeling that for the most part, this is more stuff that has already happened, but it's like dealing with the aftermath of it in the month of July. So if any of you have had any of those type of experiences as far as like love relationships go, this is going to be a time where you're going to have to power through. So like if you're trying to finish up with the divorce and stuff, it's like stay strong. You can get through this. You can endure it. It's fine. And same thing with like if you're separated, it's just being able to stay strong with yourself and your boundaries and taking care of you while getting through these hard times, or anything that just seems like too much or too tough for you at the moment. But I do see situations here where if you're not in, breaking up or anything like that, I see like a lot of feeling very disappointed with somebody. I'm seeing like a lack of truth here. There's a message where you need to be able to forgive. Anything that has hurt you, you need to be able to forgive this person. For those that are still with them, there may need to be, like, if they're still currently in your life, as opposed to not be, regardless of who it is. You know, there's going to be, if you're going to stay with them and have them in your life, there's going to be, once again, with those boundaries and finding compromises in order to make things a healthy balance between you and this person. I feel like somebody did learn their lesson, though. But I feel like somebody can't move past this because they're just unable to let go, like truly release the pain of what had happened. I feel like a lot of you by mid-month are going to kind of feel burned out with so much that's going on. A lot of you may feel like you've kind of lost your passion for certain things that you're involved in. Some of you may have lost your passion for your love life, or, you know, with your sex life, or whoever you're with. You know, you just don't feel like it's as it's what it you once was. Some of you just aren't taking some of you aren't taking this relationship seriously. Some of you also could be having a hard time with committing to somebody, or with somebody committing to you. Or, and I don't even mean that like in a completely like in a relationship way where it's like, you know, they commit to one person, but they just not know how to commit to getting things done or doing things they say they're going to do. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a lot of stress and lack of energy that comes up. Yeah, a lot of you could be having some trouble with sleeping at night too because of all this stuff going on. I'm also picking up someone here that kind of procrastinates on everything because they just don't want to deal with something. Like avoiding conflict and everything like that. Some of you may be letting some outside people or situations or influences come into your home life. There's a need to set boundaries with that as well. And once again, be careful with, you know, overindulging or excess with anything. And that doesn't just include with like habits and stuff, but like be careful of any type of excess, like possession stuff, or just like the way you're doing things. I'm seeing here, I don't feel like this is for everyone, but there's a situation where like someone's staying with somebody because they feel sorry for them. Which isn't really healthy for either of you. I do see someone also who's going to be overcoming depression. So for someone who's been like really, really down or been struggling with depression, I do see that will start to, there's going to be some type of improvement here, but it will take self-work and help from others in order to get there. If you catch yourself being defensive this month, be sure to ask yourself why you're being so defensive about it and to look deeper into the cause of that. And also be sure to trust your feelings and really express how you feel about things that you need to. And there's like a, you know, a healthy way to do that, and then there's a way not to do that. But I'm getting a message that you will have to, like, there is something that you feel that you want to express to somebody, and there's like a fear around that and unable to, like, you feel like you're unable to do it. I do see there's going to be a lot of change, especially towards the end of the month. But I really like this. You'll have the Wheel of Fortune as the last card here. And I love this card because I feel like for anything that Cancers have been going through, and especially with this reading here for the July, I feel like things are finally going to start changing. I do see that for some of you, it's going to involve you basically practicing it, like it's going to be a skill you have to develop. And so this could also be within relationships, but I feel like it's going to be an overall change for the good. I feel like most of you are about to really get out of times that were no longer serving you and move on to better things. So if you are going through tough times at work, by the end of July, things will start taking a turn for the better. And same thing with relationships or anything that you found that was hard or was struggling to get through. The end of the month, that's going to be getting better. Some of you might be also dealing with somebody who, some of you could be dealing with a child who's either been in jail or having issues with the law. Okay, so that's who's learning their lesson. Okay, so they're going to learn their lesson. Yeah, and that's also coming in here with the whole, like, you can't, sometimes you have to just let go and let things happen the way they're going to happen because people have to go through their own things. But I feel like Cancers overall want to really nurture, and protect and take care of. But in this case or in other cases throughout the month, there's going to be things you're going to have to let go. You're not going to be able to control them or be able to protect and care for every incident that comes up in the month. So there is overall a message to learn to let go, to set very clear boundaries, be very honest with your feelings, and to power through anything that's going to be hard or struggling for you for the month of July, because there's going to be amazing changes that come towards the end of the month. I feel like it's going to be like this sudden, like, ripping a band-aid off. It's just going to be like, yes, finally, shit's finally getting good again. Wow, this thing happened and this was really great. Or all that hard work I did at the job, that really finally paid off. Or everything that I put into this relationship, you're going to realize, like, I finally figured out what I want and you're going to make the change to do that. Or, the things within the relationship are finally going to take a change for the better. So depending on where you're at with those relationships, though, that is going to differ with everyone. But I do see overall, like, finally, I feel like y'all finally got something good coming, because I feel like most of the readings I've done for Cancers have been kind of really down, or y'all been struggling with a lot of self issues and working through things, but not in July. Finally, hard work's about to pay off, Cancers. Hope y'all have a good one. Bye.